Thank you for joining tonight. We're going to get started in just a minute. Appreciate everyone being here early. And what is up? Good evening from Texas. Appreciate everyone joining me tonight. Ham Radio 2.0 Sunday night live stream. We're going to try to do this again. But you know what? Experimentation is what ham radio is all about. So I got a lot of really good feedback on that feed we did, on that live stream we did last week, where we couldn't get it to work, and we were practicing our Linux skills, our rusty need dusting off Linux skills. So I'm happy to announce that we've invited a Linux expert to join us tonight. So we will see what happens with that. So a couple of quick announcements, guys. First of all, I want to once again thank DreamHost, who is sponsoring this episode. And as I said last week, if you missed it, I've had my web hosting services on DreamHost for about 16 years. So they offer virtual private servers. They offer what they call Dream Compute, which is a cloud server, which is a completely customizable launch an instance, install your own S with complete root access to it. The VPS is where I have all my web hosts, all my domains. It has unlimited domains. It has unlimited emails per domain, and it has unlimited bandwidth. It's really, and I think it's like $11 a month or something like that for all that. $10 a month. I think with tax, it's like $11 a month. And it's just, it's very, it's worked very well for me. So if you guys have any need for web hosting services at all, go check out DreamHost and just let me know what you think about it. If you sign up for there, let me know what you think about it, because I've personally used them for several years, and I really like them. Next weekend, actually, I'm leaving on Wednesday, and I'm heading to Arkansas to the Ozarks, and I will be attending the Rendezvous in the Ozarks Overland event, which takes place inside of a national park in Arkansas. I think it's the Ozarks National Park. I think it's just called something like that. And, of course, I will be doing Parks on the Air since it's an official POTA entity. So I'm going to be attending the Overland show. I'm taking my hex beam, and I don't know exactly how the camping spots are laid out, so I'm hoping I have room to put up my hex beam, but if not, I'll just probably put up an infat half-wave. But I would really like to put up the hex beam and set the Yaesu radio on the table and just have people walk by and look at me like I'm talking to aliens or something, because this is an overlanding show, not a ham radio show, and I want people asking me, hey, did I just hear correctly when you talked to Utah or to Florida or to New York or something like that? Speaking of New York, I was sitting here a minute ago, and I heard on 28.400 on 10 meters, some mobile station on Long Island. He was calling CQ, and I went back to him. He came right back to me. We talked for about 3 or 4 minutes. So 10 meters is up, folks. Go out there and work some 10 meters tonight. So maybe, fingers crossed, 10 meters will still be up next weekend. I'll be able to work some 10-meter POTA from the national park. So I want to give a special shout-out to all the folks in the chat tonight who are green text, the channel members. I know I saw Indy Cowley in there earlier. N4VKF is in there. Fred Ferguson is in there. Thanks for being here tonight. I see Scott in there. Thanks for joining us, Scott. Hopefully you can connect to our Allstar system tonight, Scott. And let's see. Who else is out there? I see people pinging me. We're only here to see Pixie and Electra. Oh, they're talking about the Pixie Cam, Kyle. So I guess you're going to have to pull that up at some point. All right, let's bring everyone on, because we're going to try to do this this install. Oh, there's my 710 right there. So 28.446. There was a guy from Cook Islands in there a minute ago. So you guys are muted, but that's all right. So let's bring everyone in here and say good evening, and how are you guys doing tonight?
Hello.
Hello.
What is up? So we brought in a heavy hitter, I see.
Yeah. Kyle and I decided we need somebody who knew Linux and was not a C++ guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
that hurts.
Who drives a Barbie car. I had
Hey,
fun making fun of your car in your live stream last hour, Frank. That made my evening. That made my evening.
It is
really
the
did.
truth. I come on to y'all's dearlies and like, oh, who brought the city slicker?
Yeah.
And
Frank's all like, "It's gonna rain because I may have to park on the road. I can't come in the gate." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, man. That's on you."
It happened a couple of times.
Mhm.
I was very scared I was going to get out or not.
Yes,
But I'm not the only
true.
one driving a car to the undisclosed dearlies. Mike has one.
Mike
too.
has a car. Yeah.
I'm
Mike
just
has a
more
car.
worried about mine because
Yeah.
it's newer.
Yeah. Well, I think Mike sits up a little bit higher than yours does too. Yours is pretty low to the ground. So it's not DeLorean low to the ground, but it's kind of low to the ground.
No.
So.
Oh, it's all good fun. When I get a 4x4, then you got nothing to make fun of.
That's true. Yeah, you just got to get it.
Yeah, and it
You
won't
just
be
gotta
a
get it.
truck.
Oh, a Jeep is close enough. I'll still have to pull you out of the mud sometimes, I'm sure. So
I'll be pulling you out of the mud when it breaks down.
you're not pulling my truck anywhere with the Grand
Ford?
Cherokee.
Uh-huh.
All
right. Well,
we don't want to get into that. We don't want to get into how wrong you are about Fords.
Oh,
but,
I believe everyone would love us to keep on going, but that's not the show topic.
It's not the show. It's not the show tonight.
That's why Steve didn't come on here.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll talk about trucks, but it'll be Toyotas.
Yeah. Yep. There's some cool Toyotas out there too. They're big in the overland scene right now. So, all right, cool. So we're gonna get. We're going to install. We're going to attempt to install. I'll put it that way. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth again. An Allstar node that onto our. Where did that go? Oh. Okay, let me switch this real quick. So we're going to attempt to. I'm going to take my node number 43136, which a lot of you are connected to right now. So thank you for that. Thanks for being out there. But I'm going to take that Allstar node and hopefully install it into a cloud server so that we can actually do an after chat Allstar QSO party. And we'll do one tonight, assuming that it works. And that might be our after chat for Sunday nights moving forward. But we tried that one time, if you guys recall, those of you who were here, and the little Raspberry Pi 3 that I have running my hub right now, once it got like 30 or 35 connections, it just kind of went, so could not handle all of those connections at one time. For what it is, Raspberry Pi is great, but it's not manual. It's not a big horsepower type of computer. So this is all the people connected right now. I am going to have to kick everyone because I'm about to turn that one off when we spin up the new one. But I'm not doing that quite yet because we got to spin the new one up first. So let's I've got Debian 9 installed here, and Steve is joining us tonight because he was like, "Oh, I know how to do this," and blah blah blah, and he did it. So he's going to walk us through it tonight and see, because the instructions we found last week were apparently, they weren't necessarily wrong, they were just incomplete.
Right.
So I here we go. In fact, that's it. Okay, I've got the instructions in front of me right now too. I've got their wiki page up on allstarlink.org, so we can go from there. All right, Steve. Show is yours, man. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, not a problem. You want me to go ahead and share up my screen so you can?
Yeah. Let me turn that on. All right. Yeah, go ahead. You can go now. It might blow its out here. Okay. All right. Let me resize that because it always goes full screen for some God knows why reason. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Okay. Good deal. Now, do you want me to follow you along on my side here, or what are we doing?
If you want, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So first of all, what we got here is this is a cloud instance that's running on DreamHost in their Dream Compute line. This is what Jason's using. So I basically did a same for what he's doing. Spun up a real quick Debian 9 server. It's super simple. it spins up real quick and gives you an IP and puts you on the internet real quick. But there are some things that we need to do to this before we even bother to start installing Allstar, because there's some packages that are missing that are going to be needed during the install. One of the funny things that's here on the Allstar link wiki page is that even down here in I tried doing it with Debian 10 and the beta install, it doesn't work. There's a big bug in it that causes it to not even take connections. It'll register, it'll show that it's connected, but it won't take any incoming connections. But one of the biggest problems with using something like Debian 9 or Debian 10 is that the kernel versions seem to be a little bit older, but we need that. So the important thing that we need to do, the very first thing that we need to do on this brand new install, this new instance of Debian, we have to do what they call a package hold on the kernel, because we don't want the kernel to be updated at all. So we're basically just trying to keep it safe. We don't want it to update the kernel. We don't want it to overwrite the kernel. We don't want it to build new kernel modules or anything like that. We want to keep it the way it is. And, by reading between the lines in their instructions, you can tell that this is something that needs to be done. So the first thing that I like to do is I list out what is currently installed as far as the Linux kernel is concerned. So just running, actually, you know what? We need to elevate first.
Oh, yes.
So sudo su tac, and that'll get you right into the root. It's a lot of people.
You know what?
Say,
I don't think I've set my password yet.
Oh.
Let's see. So let's do
that brand new.
Yeah. Oh, it's brand new. I just spun this up. Yeah. It's very okay. Sudo
puppy. I see a puppy cow.
Okay. Let me remember how to do this.
She likes the top of the couch, so I let her think she thinks she's on top of the world.
I had a husky that used to do that too. It was way too big for the top of the couch.
Okay. All right, I am root.
All right, you are root.
I am root. Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to list out what the currently installed Linux kernel packages are.
Okay.
So this command dpkg space tac list space pipe grep space Linux dash. This will show you all the kernel information that you need as far as the installed images. And the two that you need to look for are these two that are down at the bottom. So this one says Linux image 49018 AMD64 and Linux image AMD64.
Okay. You should be able to see my screen right now, and my screen is the one on the far left of what you're watching.
Yes.
So so I've got both of those. In other words, I've got these two here.
Let me make
Steve,
you bigger.
Your knowledge of Linux is amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
ramble that off
every day. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you have the same exact kernel and everything. I'm assuming that you just use the same. We both use the same.
It's Debian 9. It's their the whatever flavor of Debian 9 they have. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we need to hold these packages, and holding these packages means that the update system that's built into Debian won't try to update it. We're basically holding those packages. So it's apt-mark space hold, and then you could just copy and paste that first one, and then copy and paste.
Will that hold the messages indefinitely so it won't auto update, or until we're done with the install?
This will hold them indefinitely until you mark them or until you unmark them. So as far as if you never unmark them, it'll be held as long as the server is running. Okay.
It was just a new command, and I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that, you know, it's probably not going to be a problem if we don't do it, but later on, if you run an update or something like that, you could possibly get a new version of the kernel that will completely blow out
that'll break it. Okay, so I ran them both on the same line. I really like how Linux will let you do that. And it says 4.9.0-18 AMD 64 set on hold, and it says AMD 64 set on hold. So I think we're
perfect.
Good.
So now that we've held those kernel packages, we can go ahead and start with the Allstar install. But before we even do that, there are two missing packages, curl and GNU PG. And curl is the command that's used to basically pull information off the internet. PG is a cryptographic program that does authentication. Basically, it uses security keys to make sure that the packages that you're downloading have been signed by a specific person. So that way you're not pulling down a package that was edited by somebody else that could be corrupted or anything like that. So just doing an apt install, both of
apt
curl.
Space install.
Yep.
Curl. And just GNUPG.
Yes.
Okay. Am I still root? I am still root. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
And it should only take a couple of seconds to download and install.
Yep. Yes. Yes to that.
So while that's going, Dusty, Zulu Lima 2T, Tony, Oscar, Yankee is asking, what terminal is in the upper right of your window? What are you running there?
What am I running?
He says in the upper right window.
Well, my upper right window is my browser.
Yeah, that's a browser. I'm not sure where he's talking about.
So how about let's go to the other one. What are you using, a Pacific terminal, or do you have that SSH?
So this is a program I use for work. I bought it, I don't know, 14 years ago. It's called MOBA Xterm.
Oh yeah, MOBA Xterm. Yeah, we use that.
It's just it's an alternative to something like PuTTY. Basically, it has all the different types of connections that I would ever need. So SSH, Telnet, remote shell, XDMP, RDP, VNC. So it's got everything all rolled into one. It's just a all-in-one package that I like.
I think we use that at BlackBerry, if I'm not
most likely
mistaken. So,
it's pretty popular for a Windows terminal emulator.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's all done over here on this side.
So here in the Allstar FAQ, on the front page, it says it doesn't give you any instructions. It just tells you to download Allstar 101. We don't want to do that. We're going to install ASL 101 from packages because we already have an operating system that's installed. We don't have their image, so we need to install the packages individually. It looks like answer number 4 in their FAQ. Can ASL be installed on a Linux, existing Linux install, for example, a VM? Well, that's what we want.
Right. That's the page I have in front of me right now, and that's the one we were following last week.
Yeah. So they didn't tell you any of the prerequisites that you need.
Right.
The
Correct.
things that we just did, holding the kernel and installing these 2 packages, this will help us out. You don't have to change into the temporary directory. I don't know why they put that in there. Maybe because the temporary directory gets wiped every time that you reboot Linux. So that way you don't have to keep this file. But I don't bother with that. I just go ahead and keep it.
Well, right now I'm in the root directory, so I'm going to change it because I don't want to do that.
That's fine.
I'll
do it too.
Print working directory. Yeah, I'm in tip now. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
just copy and paste that wget command with the address that's in it.
Okay.
So that's what PW mean or PWD means.
Print working directory.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
Directory.
I just did not know.
Print working directory.
Yeah, because you don't really see the full, depending on the shell that you're using, you might not see the full path that you're on. So PWD just shows you the working directory you're in. All right, and then it's just a matter of doing that command there for install.
Oh, it didn't. Yeah, let's see. wget. Yeah, I think it. I copied both lines instead of just one, so I don't think I was supposed to do that. Let's see.
It doesn't look like that it actually ran, so just go ahead and copy and paste that.
Yeah.
Second one.
Install Allstar link 100%. So I think we're good.
You got the file, so now we got to run it.
Yeah. Right. That's the that's the dot.
Yep.
Dot space dot, isn't it?
Dot space dot slash, and then install.
There we go.
Perfect. Look at this. You even know how to use tab completion.
Tab completion, best thing invented ever.
I actually took the beginning the free Red Hat course, the very intro to Red Hat.
Yeah.
Right when Red Hat 7 was brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new. So I took the intro to Red Hat, and then I took the paid Red Hat course after that. So
did you get one of the really thick books for Red Hat and that the CD inside of it?
Yep.
Nice.
Sure did. Still got it somewhere.
Jason, real fast, show us in the background. We got a couple of questions. Who else is helping you being your puppeteers in the background?
You and Kyle and Steve's sharing his screen right now. That's why it's not showing you guys. That's a Zoom thing.
I was just trying to.
Yeah. I'll you guys will come back on when we get this all set up and configured. I'll bring you guys back on. So
I was just gonna wait to the people.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, we're good. It's we're back to the root prompt in the temp directory.
Great. So now the next instruction that they have is if you're running Raspbian, do this. Otherwise, do the other thing. So we're not running Raspbian. We're using actual real Debian. So we can just copy and paste that line right into the terminal.
Yeah.
And run it. Now this is the other thing that we need to do. Now we held the kernel packages from the actual install of the image. Now we're downloading the headers for that kernel, and the headers are basically like a source code that allows other programs to build modules that get injected into the kernel. We want to hold that package as well.
Okay.
So once
it finishes.
Yep. Once that finishes, the way I do it is I just hit the up arrow key to bring up that line again, and I edit
the apt hold.
Yep.
Line.
So I just hit the up arrow, rechange that to. You could even just keep going down.
Mark hold, and then okay.
Linux dash headers dash, and then you got to use the back tick. So that's the one above the tilde key. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Uname -R, uname space -R, and then another back tick.
That's it.
Yep. Just press enter, and it should say
set on hold. Okay.
On hold. Perfect.
We're good.
Good. Now we can do the next one, which is apt-get update. That just updates all the repositories that we've installed and downloaded. And also update all the information from the Allstar link repository. And then finally, it's just apt-get install Allstar link -y, just like it is there. Now this is going to take a while because not only does it have to download all the packages, but it's also going to build the Dottie kernel modules. And hopefully this will work. It worked on my other one, so it should work here.
All right. Fingers crossed then.
Yeah, it'll just take a while. So now we're just sitting back, relaxing, and taking our drinks.
Drinking some drinks.
Oh yeah, someone Pat asked me what I was drinking. This is a community beer Snickerdoodle Ale.
Ooh,
very nice.
It's a Christmas cinnamon and vanilla spiced ale. They release this around in the fall when the weather starts to get cold usually. So
I don't know if you were around, but I remembered I was out of liquor today, and then you can't buy liquor on Sundays in Texas.
Oh,
correct.
So
you could come grab 2 bottles of Jack Daniels that I'm holding for you.
Oh yes, and
but you're right, you can't buy it. So I guess I couldn't legally charge you for storage for this whole time, but I guess
See, that's why I like New Hampshire. I can buy liquor whenever I want.
Well, I know that the liquor laws in the liquor laws in Texas are jacked.
I kind of agree, but it's only one day. It's only one day out of the week, and you can plan for it. And it's not like it's unfair because everyone's closed on the same day. It's just annoyance. They do need to repeal that though.
Yeah.
Is liquor regulated by the state down there in Texas? Yeah. See, it is up here in New Hampshire too. You can't buy liquor from anywhere except a actual state-run liquor store.
It's not that regulated. It's just they got a bunch of stupid ass laws, but It's like there's private liquor stores. The state doesn't own the liquor stores. It's
a separate license you have to have.
Correct.
To sell, and it can't be combined with anything else.
Right. There's a beer and wine license, and then there's a hard liquor license. So it's kind of stupid, but.
Huh. Well, they put the liquor stores right on the state border, so everybody coming up from Massachusetts has to come up the highway in order to get to the liquor store, and in order for them to get out of the liquor store, they have to go through a toll on the highway. And in order to get back down to south, in order to get back into Massachusetts, they have to hit the toll again.
Oh my God!
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
I always found that funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Let's see who's gets done first. Oh, you got done before I did.
I just finished.
Wow.
Just finished.
So out of curiosity, are you going to post your edits and instructions anywhere for other people to follow if they want to do this?
Oh yeah, of course. Jason was saying something about getting a blog post going.
Yeah, I might write a blog post or something. Just say, hey, awesome. These are the steps we did.
Can I write that blog post?
No.
I was wanting to know what that answer was.
That was quick.
Nope. Nope. Negative ghostwriter. The pattern is full. Okay, good.
Now we're just waiting for me to catch up.
Yeah.
But luckily enough, it did build all the kernel drivers or the kernel modules that we need for this. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't see any errors coming up in there. It looked like it finished properly, so that's good.
Didn't give you any errors when it finished. That's the
no. Right. Yeah, I guess it would give them at the end, but no, nothing like that on here.
Still a scroll.
Hey,
there you go.
Now I'm finished. All right. Now the other thing that they don't tell you is you need to reboot.
You know what? I always like to do that anyway. People say that's a Windows issue, but I tell you what. So I reboot my Pi-Star all the time because it needs it.
It's not that it's necessarily a Windows issue, but because we've compiled new software and it's actually software, they're kernel modules that get loaded by the kernel.
Yeah.
It's better to go ahead and reboot rather than just hope and pray that they're getting loaded in properly.
Yeah.
By rebooting, it really flushes out the kernel and makes sure that, all the new stuff that we've just built basically from scratch is loaded in properly.
Okay, good. All right, so I did that and lost my putty session, so we'll wait for a few minutes with that.
Don, the almighty Don, says you do have to reboot to reload the kernel.
Yeah, that's what Steve was just saying. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, Don won our first giveaway.
Oh, did he really?
Yep.
Seems rigged.
Well, it was the test giveaway. I said, I just want to know if this works. So you're going to win my undying love for a whole year.
Jeff, I think the Linux never needs a reboot debate is a fine debate. I think people misunderstand what that phrase means. I think, well, I don't think I know, but I'll just say I think for argument's sake. Linux never does need a reboot if you're on run and maintain. But if you're installing new stuff, you're doing updates, you're doing that, yeah, you need to reboot Linux.
And Jeff, you have up on screen right now, the K6 ARK antenna. This one right here.
Oh, sweet. Okay, he did? Good.
Yeah.
I saw Adam in there a minute ago. Adam, if you're still watching, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. I saw you pop your head in there a minute ago. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I scrolled up and saw him in there, so. Tank Radio said I should come over here and check out this little channel called Ham Radio 2.0. Yeah, that sounds like something Frank would say. So. All right, let's see if that reopens. There we go. Bump. Okay. Good. And there. And there. Okay, we're back to a command prompt.
All right. Well, now we can go ahead and start the Allstar configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know that everything's installed properly, since this is not one of the Allstar images, you won't have that repeater and Allstar link, username and password. You'll still log in like you normally do. You and I, we're logging in using SSH keys.
Correct.
So, we don't have any passwords or anything like that, but we still do have super user access. So sudo ASL menu. Sorry, it's ASL dash menu.
ASL dash menu. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Okay, good.
And now it's just a matter of running the first time setup and all that other fun stuff. Okay. What I do is I do the first time setup, of course. It will ask you, it'll tell you that you're going to run through a few options. The root login is disabled for SSH and console login, which is good. You don't want to change that. You don't want people logging in as root.
Right.
You don't have to set the root password.
I usually don't.
And the reason is that if you have a root password set, there is a possibility that you could have somebody try to log into your server, because it will prompt them for a password. However, if you don't have a password set, most SSH programs or the SSH service that's running on Linux, if there's no root password, it won't let them log in at all. It'll just
okay.
So
good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to change your password? I usually don't, because I'm using SSH keys to log in anyway.
Correct.
Time zone setup, of course, that's just set it up for the time zone that you're in.
Let's see. America. Where Central Chicago? That's good enough. Okay. All right. Existing domain.
So
IP is DHCP. That's fine. Well, actually, this is a static IP, but do we need to change this? You think?
No, because the way that DreamHost does their addressing is that you have a static IP address, but it's assigned to your machine via DHCP. So when DHCP calls out to the router or whatever service that they're using for their addressing, it will just reply back to the server, say use this public IP address. So you don't want to change any of the information that's in there.
Okay, good.
It'll say we'll leave this alone for now. Thank you. I wish I could.
Okay, good. Do that. Right.
Now it kind of reiterates the same thing. I'm not sure. Just choose no.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you're getting into the actual Allstar link configuration. Now this is where that's not. Oh, I got Zoom covering my tabs here.
Oh.
So now this is where the node information comes into play.
Yeah.
I've got a ton of nodes because I run 30 different networks.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be setting up this one down here, this one at the bottom.
Okay.
The password that's on there, I don't care about because I'm going to change it as soon as we're done anyway.
Okay.
But it's literally just go through each step and enter the information that it asks for. So the first block is going to set up the actual Allstar stuff.
Current node number.
The node number. So mine is 5684.
Okay.
And password.
Password.
You might want to.
I'm gonna move off of that screen because.
Yeah.
I know what my. Yeah. Okay.
And then change the call sign.
Right, yeah. Okay.
To your call sign.
That.
So we got node, password, call sign.
Mm-hmm. Now this radio interface.
So
Dottie sudo. That hung us up last time.
Yeah. So the simple USB and USB radio are for sound card interfaces that you typically use on a Raspberry Pi with your handheld radio. Think of it like a hotspot for Allstar Link. The voter is for a voting system. So if you have a big repeater network and you have multiple repeater inputs across a large area of land. Say you got repeater inputs all over Texas for the same repeater network. Mm-hmm. The voter system is used for where the person is transmitting, which repeater input is getting the strongest signal, it will vote and say, this repeater input's getting the strongest signal. We're going to listen to that person from this repeater. That's all that really is. It's kind of an advanced system for Allstar.
Gotcha.
Dottie pseudo, that's the thing that really gets people tripped up on is, so this is the part, Dottie is the part that is the kernel modules that we created when installing Allstar Link. And this is the part that has given the developers of Allstar Link the biggest issue, because it is such an old piece of software. None of the newer kernels, none of the newer versions of Linux are able to compile it because it's so old. So people are trying to update it to latest versions of C++ or C or whatever it is that they're using to program it. But it's just, it's one of those things where it's so old, you just want to just go ahead and trash it. But unfortunately, we need this channel driver in order for it to work properly as a hub node. So just select Dottie pseudo. Because we have no radio interface, we're running a hub node because it's in the cloud.
Okay. Enabling Dottie pseudo drivers?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good. Duplex type?
Duplex type. So if you are going to be doing transcoding, so if you're going to be having digital networks also coming into Allstar and using Allstar as its hub, I set this to 0 because it's a hub node and I don't want any of the telemetry. So that means beeps.
Oh, yeah.
That means Allison that does all the announcements and everything. That turns it off.
Okay.
It's okay to run it with 1 if you're careful about how you do your transcoding modules or transcoding extensions. That's a longer explanation, but leaving it at 1 is perfectly fine for what we're doing right now.
I think that's I might do some transcoding in the future, but right now I don't have anything to do with that right now. So okay. Yeah. So okay, good. Good there.
And then asterisk secret. So you wanted to talk about setting up Almond 2.
Yes.
This is what you're going to need in order for the Almond 2 information to actually be pulled from asterisk using the web interface. We don't need to change it. It should make it pseudo random anyway, so we don't really need to change it. We can get that information later. It's stored in plain text,
so nothing to change there.
Nothing to change there.
Okay.
And then the important part is to make sure that you always hit that save at the bottom before you go any further. So it'll set the repeaters, it'll set the Allstar Link registration, node number, and your call sign. Setting node number, stat post, duplex. And basically, it's just confirming
everything you did.
The changes that you made. And it'll bring you back to the same Allstar Link asterisk setup page.
Right.
Now that we've gotten all that taken care of, we can actually back out.
Okay.
And now you can go ahead and share your screen again so that people can see what you're doing, because it won't show the password anymore, I hope.
Right. No, it doesn't look like it is.
I think there's one more screen that does. So.
Okay, we can change off of that then. That's right.
Fine. Is that the final confirmation screen?
Yeah, I think it's the final confirmation screen down there where it says save. So,
do we have to do anything before that?
Not unless you want to. Echolink, do you intend on setting up Echolink for this?
Yeah, I do want to add Echolink. I have Echolink added to my current node.
Yeah.
So I would like to go ahead and keep that enabled for the new setup as well.
All right, so you might want to go ahead, pause your screen, because you're going to need your Echolink password for your link.
All right, let's see. Boom.
Now, I'm not going to set up Echolink on mine, but I can go through the same configuration here. So the first option, ASL node, that is your node number. So the same node number that you put in for the original, the actual configuration, this is the same one. So mine in this case would be 465684. Yours will be whatever it is.
43136. Okay, good.
Echolink call sign. So this is where you have your Echolink call sign, whether it's a repeater or link. So it'll either be -R or -L, depending on which one you use.
We're going to do -L.
Okay. Echolink node number. That's the node number that you have assigned to you.
What is that?
It's probably easiest to pull it from the configuration of the old.
Find that somewhere. I'm pretty sure I've got that in my email, actually.
I still have yet to figure out an easy place to look it up myself.
Echolink node. I've talked about it several times, and Kyle and I did a live stream where we enabled it, but I don't remember what the number is because I don't use Echolink. So, but there's some people who do use Echolink, and I want to have it enabled. So,
you have your Jason? You have your old configuration up?
It's currently running.
Go into that configuration and copy that node number.
Let's see.
Because it'll be echolink.conf in your Etsy/asterisk folder.
Okay, what's the default login for that?
It's your old Raspberry Pi that you have running.
Right. Yeah, I just don't remember. Is it root
you're
something?
You're asking yourself. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm asking myself. There it is. Okay. All right. So, Echolink.
None of us talk to ourselves when we try to figure something out.
Right.
Oh, Joe Brett might have found it.
Yeah.
Found what?
Is it 875510?
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Yeah.
Joe Brett with the Columbo sleuth in there. I wonder where he gets that from.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, finding my password is going to be a challenge.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any idea what my password. But there's a
It should be in your Echolink conf. That same file that Kyle was talking about.
What's the path and the directory for that?
/Etsy
/asterisk /echolink.conf.
Okay. Let's go to find a command prompt. Okay. Etsy asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
Echolink.conf. Okay, nano. Bump. Okay. Yep, he was right on the node number. I recognized it as soon as I saw it, so that's not. Okay, so password. Oh, yeah, that makes sense actually. Okay. Okay, so let's go back over here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's a special character of a phrase. Frank's car sucks. That's actually not true, but I should change it to that. So, okay, good. All right, good. So we got that. Owner's name.
So, yeah, it could be really anything that you want. It's just what's displayed on Echolink when they connect to your node.
I'm just going to put my call sign in there.
Yeah.
QTH. Is that like a grid square?
So it could be a regional thing. It could be a grid square. Since this is a hub node, it probably would make more sense to make it like a regional type thing. So you could put in.
I'll just put in Texas. Yep.
Texas hub.
Yeah. Whatever. I think the DreamHost servers are actually in California, but
yeah,
that's okay. Yeah.
Obviously, email address is your email address.
Yep.
We don't want to admit that.
Spam@spam.com.
Right. Spam@spam.com. Latitude, longitude. Do I need to put that in?
No, because this is not a actual physical repeater.
Right.
Don't have to worry about it.
All the transmitter,
antenna, information, frequency,
yeah.
PL tone, all that stuff you can ignore.
Okay.
But down at the bottom, important. Always
save.
Save. Yeah.
Right.
Now, because I'm not doing it, I'm not going to save anything.
Sure. Okay, we got that set up.
All right. Now, are you still in the Echolink setup, or did it put
Yes, I'm in the Echolink setup.
Yeah, just go ahead and go down to where it says back, and you'll go back.
I don't have to save it from that menu?
Did you already save it?
I saved it from the last menu.
So yes. You were in the Echolink menu, you saved it there?
Yes. It's not the same menu, though.
Right. So you did this one, the easy.
I did that one right there on your screen, yes.
Yep. All right.
I did.
So if you've done that, you can just hit back.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm at that screen right now. Do I need to save at this screen?
So we can set up a couple other things. SaveNode.conf I'm not 100% sure what this does.
Okay. I don't know what that does either. You do?
I do. I just run through each step and do it anyway.
Okay.
Since it's there.
Okay.
Quick backup. Yeah, you can do that just so that if you make any changes later on, you'll have something to fall back on from the original configuration. Review. We already know everything that you've already put in there. We know that it's good. About is just an about. Now the important part is save. This save right here saves both the Allstar configuration and the Echolink configuration and makes it live. So it does all three, save, live.
Yeah.
It'll double check all your information there. Backup originals. Yes, that's fine. And it's literally just keep pressing enter until it says that it's done.
Right.
Or until you get back to the menu.
Okay, I'm back to that menu.
All right, and just exit. And it'll tell you you're going to lose everything unless you saved it, which we did. So
we did, yeah.
Exit.
Would you like to start the ASL script?
I don't do this.
No? Okay.
No, because it's easy enough for me to type the command in, and it makes it easier if I need to make changes outside of Allstar. So I just choose no.
That's true. No.
Yeah, it just says you can run it by typing in the sudo command that we did earlier.
Right. Okay. Setup is complete. Reboot. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So I need to
shut down the old one.
I need to shut down the old one. Yes. Yep. So. All right. So everybody who was connected to the old one, you should have gotten booted just now. I just unplugged it.
Unceremoniously.
Yeah. Didn't make any changes on it or anything. So, like last week, if something fouls up, then we've got the old one to fall back on. But, all right, let's see. I'm going to pull up stats.allstarlink.org again. Or no, that's that. I have that screen over here.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, stats. There we go. Okay, KC5HWB. Okay, it's showing up there with 21 connections, but that may not be correct.
Take a second for it to reboot.
Yeah, it might. So, okay. Go ahead and log back into this here. Bump. Okay. 18. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Make sure I got the right instance. Okay. All right. So bump. Okay. So the website I don't think is updated yet, but
no, I don't think I've updated for me either.
Okay. So my Sherry node that's here at home is giving me the I'm not connected courtesy tone. So let's see if I can connect to it via DTMF. It's trying. KC5HWB.
Node 43136 connection failed.
Okay. We might give it a minute
So close.
and see if, it kind of does that when you first reboot it. That's not uncommon. So I might just kind of give it a minute and see what it's going to do. Also, we've changed basically the DNS path for that node, and it might take the website a few minutes to catch up, propagation-wise and whatnot. So, you can stop sharing your screen, Steve.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is I think you and I are seeing the same issue here. So
yours isn't loading either?
Yeah, something's interesting here. Oop.
Node 43136. Connection failed.
Ah, okay.
I
Did
thought
service...
it was promising that time.
Yeah. Did service auto start on the new node? Well, it certainly should have.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out too.
Yeah.
Is there a command that you can run to see if it's running or not?
That's one of the things I'm checking right now on mine.
Yeah.
So you can use system control to check to see if the service is running. I'm just restarting it, and it's taking a while to restart. I don't know what the issue is just yet. I think this might have been the same issue that you ran into last week.
Well, but it was giving us a bunch of errors when we were trying to run those commands from the wiki page as well. So we didn't get any errors this time at all. So let's see. Yes. Sudo systemctl system space Allstar link.
Asterisk.
Asterisk. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. My syntax isn't right. Sudo systemctl asterisk.
Status asterisk.
Status.
Status. Yeah.
Okay. Dependency failed for asterisk PBX.
That's the same issue that I got too.
Okay. Asterisk service job asterisk dot service slash start. Let me see if I can show that on the screen. Right there. Okay. Ports are closed by default unless explicitly open in OpenStack. So, okay, we're not using OpenStack, Aaron. So maybe you're talking about something else. But we created a port security what you called it, a security thing for that we attached to this instance, so the ports shouldn't be an issue. We took care of that before the live stream started. Yeah, it's not going to be a port issue because we've opened up 5189 through 590, and what is the other one? 4569, whatever it is. Ice cream time for Kyle.
A couple of people saying firewalls.
Shouldn't
well, the
be
firewall won't cause the service to
correct
not start.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's a dependency failing to start for
and
PBX and
that is that Dottie module
oh
trying to load, because that is a dependency here. So this right here is a dependency for asterisk.
Gotcha. Dependency failed for asterisk PBX, and if I expand my window, what it tells me is dependency failed for asterisk PBX and telephony daemon asterisk dot service job asterisk dot service / start failed with the result of dependency. So it's looking for some sort of dependency it's not finding. James, yeah, that's what I ran. Thank you, sir. I forgot the status word, but we got it.
I just want to know where's my ice cream.
It's good question. I was thinking the same thing, actually.
If he comes back, we're gonna have to razz him. Did you bring enough for the class?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that is correct. Try running the execute called in the start script. The exec call in the start script. James says cd user. Okay, hold on, James. Let's see. How do you exit out of this? There it is. Okay. All right. cd user src source Allstar dash Dottie. It doesn't like that. Allstar ASL-Dotty, not Allstar-Dotty, James. 2. Yeah, we're not running 3.10. The one that I have installed is 2.11.1. So let's see. Is that it done? Bump. You can see, you should be able to see what's in that. I don't know what you're looking for, James, but Debian does not use Yum. I don't know what DNF is.
Did not finish.
Did not finish. Okay. That sounds like a Linux thing.
I'm thinking that this package may have not installed all of the things that we needed.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that these two right here, Linux DKMS and Linux tools, might need to be installed.
Well, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything to try to just install them. If they're already there,
Right.
They're just going to overwrite, right?
Yep.
Let's give it a shot. DNF is the replacement from Yum. Okay. Yeah, Yum's an old command. Yum's a Fedora command.
Oh no, I think these might have been installed.
I'm just kind of
because this is the part that builds the kernel modules.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me pull the website back up again and see if that's refreshed at all. But there it is. Okay, the website refreshed, and now 43136 is not showing to be online. So, oh, there's Michael in the house. He's gonna have something. Journal CTL since 20 minutes ago. Why not? Okay. Is that a thing? Command not found. I need to run sudo on that.
Good evening. The time is 8 p.m.
Thank you. Frank, you got those bots for me? Mike, I'm not sure if the service is failing to start due to system CTL starting it. Journal control or journal CTL should be listing why. I'm not able to get that command to work. Journal CTL command not found.
Yeah, you have to sudo it if you're not root.
I did. It still says command not found.
I'm just watching Kyle eat ice cream.
Well, that's
yeah, see, journal control is showing the same.
What? He has
issue.
toppings on that and everything? Did you bring enough for the class, Kyle?
Yeah.
Ah.
CD user server. I think that's bump. There's your list space -L, James. Can you see? Oh, you can't see that. Hold on a second. Okay, let me switch over here. Sorry, guys. Bump. Okay. I forget what screen I'm on sometimes, so. There we go. So there we are. Yeah, sudo journal CTL does nothing. Unless I spelled it wrong. Which is very possible. Ah! See, I must have spelled it wrong. Okay.
Story of my life.
Actually, I copied it out. He spelled it wrong. I copied it out of the chat. Okay. Okay, so you want me to do the since last 20 minutes. Since 20 minutes ago. Okay. Since 20 minutes ago. Bump. Bump. Journal. Deal. Boom. Okay. All right. I think I got that to work, Mike. K5MRE is in the chat. That's the Mike I'm talking to. He's my go-to guy for PyStar. He's a PyStar genius. He's a Linux genius that knows about PyStar. I should put it that way. He knows a lot more about Linux than I do. So, okay, I wouldn't trust my typing anymore. Not trust remembering to say my call sign every 10 minutes. All right, let's see. I don't know what I'm looking for here, but this is the result of Journal CTL last 20 minutes ago. I was looking for something with ASL or asterisk in it. Let's see. Okay. Keep going. What you're seeing is 15 to 20 seconds behind what I'm doing, Mike, so just FYI. So because of YouTube lag, it's normal. Am I looking for ASL or asterisk, or what am I looking for? It'll probably be in red. Ah, well, there we go. He was correct. Failed to start Dottie. Failed to find module DAHD. Your DAHD is not working. Yeah, James says your DAHD is not working.
You are correct.
Yeah.
What is that? DAHD. That's new to me.
That's what we were talking about a minute ago.
Here in my window here, I've got something back from January of 2020, which is the same issue that we're having here.
Mm-hmm.
So systemd asterisk service job asterisk service start failed with the result dependency. He compiled it manually. Kyle. So he's got 3 modules. He's got .EKO, .EKO, and .EKO. So
that he says that one in the middle is the needed one.
Oop.
Vern in the house.
There's another.
That should have done it. This mod probe Dottie. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the asterisk is not right. Well, no, I'm about to swear here.
Just repeat the whole thing.
Hey, I think I got it.
Think you got it?
Yep.
So what did you do up top?
Ta-da! All right, so for some reason it's not loading. So remember how I was talking about all that compiling the Dottie module and everything like that?
Yeah.
For some reason it's not being loaded when who's your Dottie?
Who's
so
your
for
Dottie?
some reason it's not being loaded when the system starts.
Okay.
We can fix this.
Okay. So so we need to put it on persistent start for
so
reboot,
right now
correct?
in order to get it going, this mod probe Dottie as super user or as root.
Okay.
So you can do sudo mod probe.
I just do.
Yep.
su space -l. I just
so
used to that. Okay. Mod probe.
Yep.
Space
dotty. EAHDI.
Enter.
Yep.
Fatal module not found in directory lib modules. Really?
We're loading a kernel 419.018. That's different than mine. So we need to rebuild your kernel module. And the command. So I'll drop this in the chat for you.
Yeah, put it in the chat. That's that's much preferred. Okay. Bump.
So copy paste that.
The wget, the whole thing, including wget?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Don says
okay, that looked like it ran.
Yep. And now just dpackage or dpkg space taci. And then you should be able to tab complete allstar.e.
Allstar?
Yep.
.e Linux DKMS 3.1.0?
Yep.
Okay.
This will rebuild
the kernel
module. Yeah, there we go. So see, it's building initial module for that version of the kernel that you're running.
Yes. So you and I thought we were on the same kernel a minute ago, and we both told it to hold.
I thought so too.
Why? Yeah.
Maybe.
I like it. Sanity check. Ain't no sanity checks on this live stream, son. Huh. All right, we're back to a root prompt.
Try that mod probe command again. Mod probe dotty. All right, perfect. No
looks like it did.
That's good. System control, restart, asterisk. Yep.
Oh, sorry. I tabbed ahead and it took a minute. Restart asterisk.service or just asterisk?
Just asterisk.
Okay, yeah.
It'll know which one.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
That restarted real quick. Now change it to system control status asterisk.
Yay, active running. Active running.
So for some reason we had to rebuild those kernel modules. Now we had to mod probe those into the kernel, the running kernel. To fix this.
Mm-hmm. There's a system CTL command to make it persistent, right?
For
as I recall,
asterisk should automatically restart on every reboot. But for this kernel module to be reloaded into the kernel every time that the system reboots, I'm not sure if this is going to be needed because it should have been already taken care of by the should have already been taken care of by the install. PC speaker, yeah, we don't have one of those.
I am connected to the node. Bill says he connected to the node.
Okay. We don't have to do anything extra.
Okay.
So rebuilding those kernel modules is fine. There's actually a system call. I call it a system call. It's not really a system call, but it automatically loads that .e module on reboot. So it's already in there. So rebuilding the kernel modules has solved the problem.
Okay.
So we're good.
Okay.
So if you go back to your node list.
Yeah, I refreshed the website. It's not showing on the website yet.
Mine is.
Oh well, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at stats.allstarlink.org. Let me go to.
Mine works.
So have y'all rebooted? Make sure it's coming back.
No.
You just kicked it off. Okay.
Yeah, we did the manual version of a reboot.
Yeah. Okay. So on my Allstar nodes page, it does show that it's registered.
Okay.
Cool.
So
I say reboot it, the whole system, just to make sure it comes back correctly.
Sure.
That's what I want. That's what I want to do. Is it okay if we do that?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Let's do my root. Yeah.
I mean, Frank's got a really good point there.
Yeah.
Don't make assumptions.
Hey,
Sorry,
Steve, can you say that again?
Sorry, Bill.
I didn't hear that.
I just kicked you out, buddy.
Quite well. What did you say, Steve?
I said Frank was right. He has a good point.
I love those words.
Every now and then, Frank gets something right. Every now and then, Frank gets something right. He knows good whiskey and he knows good cigars, so I can't fault him for that. Let's see. Yeah, that's it.
Someone says it in the chat.
Frank is correct. Okay. All right, mine's back. Now I'm going to pull up the website.
Mine's running.
And what? It's still not showing there. It's still not showing on stats.allstarlink.org, but
so that takes time.
I think that takes a little bit of time.
That's why.
So go to the radio.
Yeah.
Before you go to the radio, let's
what?
Let's go into the console for Asterisk. You can watch what's going on.
Okay.
So sudo ASL menu, ASL dash menu.
Yep.
And it's option number 5.
Asterisk CLI.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I do core set verbose 15, just so that it gives me a whole lot of stuff. Hey, look, you already got people connecting.
Yeah. I mean, mine's scrolling right now.
Yeah.
Woot.
Yeah. Okay. Bill says he's back.
What's your node number?
43136.
43136.
Node 4313.
That was quick.
Connected.
There we go.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh!
he's first.
Joe Brett is the first person I hear when connecting to my new server. What is that about?
Node 43136 connected to node 4.
Sweet sound of Joe Brett.
Sweet sound of Joe Brett.
Node 323.
And for BKF listener.
346 connected.
all these everybody's going nuts on it, so
So we'll see tonight if it bogs down with all these connections.
right. All right, so we need to get if y'all have time. Is Rhea streaming tonight, Frank?
Good question. Good question.
You want to check for me real quick? I wanted to see if we can put Almond on it.
That's gonna be a heck of a thing.
That's gonna be what?
That's gonna be a heck of a thing.
Is it?
No, probably not.
No, I was gonna say Superman was like 2 steps and it was done.
Yes. So let me take a look and see if I can find those instructions.
I don't see anything posted tonight.
Okay.
See, everybody's connected to Jason's node now. That's all we're going to hear.
I know it, yeah. There's a way to turn off that voice, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If we selected option 0, or when it said what type of repeater that you wanted, so you had 0, 1, 2. We chose 1. If you chose 0, you wouldn't hear anything.
Oh. Well, you know what? I chose 1 last time, I'm pretty sure, and well, maybe I did choose 0 last time because I didn't used to hear that. So. Okay. Bump. Okay, good. It's still not showing on the website, so I can't see the bubble. Kyle, what's your node number? I guess I could just look up your call sign.
My node number is
48370?
No, 48370.
Okay. So, okay, and it shows you connected to me, but it doesn't Interesting. That bubble chart only shows you connected to me. It doesn't show anybody else connected. Usually that bubble chart's pretty robust.
Yeah, I'm. Whenever I go to my bubble charts, I'm only seeing your node. I don't see anybody else's connected to you. Maybe that takes a while to update.
Maybe it takes could be. Yeah. Okay, I finally got a break in this. KC5 HWB connected to the new Allstar hub. Okay. Is it buzzing?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's Arthur. Okay, 53135 is. Okay, let's see what builds this. Yeah, builds is.
Whiskey Alpha 7, Pop Alpha Golf. Looking at the Allstar site, node is online, but it's not reporting the statistical data.
We chose that, didn't we? Or did we not?
So that status information that he's talking about comes from Allstar. It doesn't come from any of the configurations that we've done. That's actually a function built into Allstar itself.
But when you're setting up the node the first time, one of the options is, do you want to report this to allstarlink.org?
Oh yeah, and by default it should.
By default, that's on. So we didn't turn that off. So it should be. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a while for that stat data to come.
Yeah.
out. I mean, we've just installed it, so there's no stats.
I know it. Yeah.
To report it just yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Joe Brett's connected via Echolink. Okay, so that's working. That's good to know.
Hey.
That's good to know.
But Jason, you are seeing whenever you go into your Allstar CLI, you're seeing, maybe I'm not seeing it here. I need to bring up your screen here. You're seeing people connected into you, and you can see who's connected, right?
Oh yeah, it just shows like yes. I mean, yeah, it shows a bunch. It shows a bunch of information here, but yes. It doesn't show me I mean, it shows me node numbers, but I don't have those memorized.
Yeah, right.
But yes, yeah, it was a scroll. I stopped the scroll, but it was a scrolling list a minute ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So, K5YVY, KC5HWB. Joe Brett, are you connected via Echolink right now?
K5YVY, this is Roger on the Echo Link on my phone.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it was working. Cool. I'm glad that you connected that route because we turned that on, and I guess I set it up correctly.
Yeah, it sounded good. There's a little lag in your audio. I don't know if it's because it's coming through the cloud or what, but anyway, K5YVY.
Little what to the audio? What did he say?
Lag.
Oh, well, I think that's Echolink because there's lag when he keys up too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay, but that's fine. Good deal. Okay, thanks, man. KC5HWB.
Yeah, that sounded fine. K5YVY.
Okay, good. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So so what do I need to do for Almond here, Steve? Do you have it?
So I got the wiki up here.
Okay.
One of the things that we need to be aware of is that the instructions on the wiki assume that you use their image, which we didn't. We have a bare bones install of Debian running also.
Oh.
So there are packages that are not on our installs that we need to put on before we actually go ahead and run Almond. And I think the only one is a web server. Now, this is a opinionated topic. Web server that you want to use. I prefer Nginx. A lot of people prefer Apache.
Okay. I think Apache is what we had before. I don't know that I really care.
And I think Apache is what this is originally set up for. So we'll just go ahead and install Apache. So I'm going to go into super user here. I think it's Apache 2. Yep. So apt install Apache 2. And if I'm not mistaken, it should already have the PHP packages that you need.
Okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
I put apt dash install. That was wrong.
WAJES says the bubble charts are working now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. So we were right. That was just lag there.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Excellent.
All right, we got it to Apache in. We can run all these as super user. It's not a problem. So the other thing we need to install is Git. So apt install Git.
Yeah. I dislike using Git via command line.
Go on, Git.
Git.
All right, got that.
So copy and paste where it says you can leave off the sudo because we're already super user. Git clone and then that web address.
Will you link me that web page, that URL?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Sudo git. The git clone HTTPS one?
Yeah, so you're gonna need the whole thing because down where mine cuts off that line, but it's var www html Almond 2. So you'll need that whole thing that I have highlighted. I think I put it in the chat the whole way. Oh no, I
no, you just put the web page in the chat, but it's different on this web page. Oh no, I see. You just got your web page shrunk down. Yeah. I've got it. No problem.
Because I got it blown out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, we're done with that.
All right, and now we can change our directory into that Almond 2 directory.
The var www.
Yep.
HTML. Okay. Sudo move this up.
Yep.
Good.
The same for that last control panel.
Move the control panel also.
Oops.
All right, done with all that.
All right. Now we have to edit the almond.ini.php file. So nano or your favorite text editor.
My favorite text editor is Vim, but that's not in here by default. Nano's fine.
Before we do this, we actually need, remember I was telling you about that Allstar manager password?
Yes.
So we're going to need that information from, sorry, my mind's spacing. We're going to need that information from Allstar before we actually edit this file. So we can just do it right there. Cat etsy asterisk manager.conf. Now you can hide your screen so that people don't get your Allstar manager password.
All right, that's fine.
Since mine's all changing, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay, so
I do a cat
etsy
asterisk manager.conf.
And then
so down at the bottom it should say admin. It should have an admin block.
Yep.
And that secret is
that
the password.
Secret there?
Yep. That's the password that you'll need.
Okay. All right. No problem. I got that.
All right. Now we can edit the almond.ini.php file that we were in there.
Oops.
Now,
come on.
Really, the only information that you need that's changed from your old configuration. Oh, you unplugged your Pi, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. All right. It's really just changing this information to your node number and node information. I mean, you don't have to add in everything that's there. You could just have your node be the only thing that's in there if you want.
All right. And which section do I add it to?
So you see how you have you got a node 500, I think, up at the top.
502, 500, yes.
Yeah. So put your node information in there. So you'll be for whatever your node number is in the brackets.
Replace the 500 with the
Yep.
node number?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And then change the host to 127.0.0.1:5038.
I hear there's no place like that place. Okay.
I got a t-shirt
Username
that says that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it needs the admin, but let's just leave the admin thing in there, and then password to that password that was in the
password that was in the other file.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. And then that last line that says menu, yes.
Yes.
It
says no menu, yes.
Yeah, change that to menu, yes.
So remove the no?
Yeah.
Okay, so menu, yes, okay.
And then the rest of that stuff that's in that file, you can delete.
Everything else?
Everything else, because you don't have any RTCMs. I don't think you have any IRLP links or anything else.
No.
I mean, you could later on you could add like a link to your website or whatever onto the same page if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think we did that with Supermon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, done.
All right. Control X, Y, enter, save the file.
Good. Okay.
All right. Password to enable buttons and control panel. So in that same folder, the var www.html almond 2, that's where you put in this HT password space -C capital B. And
okay.
Create a username. You don't have to make it admin. You could make it whatever. And then it'll ask you for a password once you run that command.
Is this how I'm going to log into Almond?
Yes.
Okay. New password. Oh, admin is what that's just
admin
the default.
Will be the username. Yeah.
The username. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can change it to whatever if you want.
I can change that though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just create a new user.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Done. Okay. Right. Good.
Now
chmod it.
Chmod the asterisk database.
Mm-hmm. Done.
All right. And now we need to start the Apache service. Unless it's already running. So it is running. So you should, I think you might have to change the Apache configuration, but let's try and go to that IP address.
Okay.
So mine will be 208.113.129.25. Yeah, see, it gives me the Debian default page.
Yes. Yeah, same here. So do you have to put, I had to put /Supermon in my last one. Do you have to do /Almond? Not found. No, that's not it.
Almond 2.
Almond 2.
But PHP is not enabled on Apache right now. So we have to
that's
to install
why
that too.
It's not translating that PHP page.
Right.
Okay.
Apt install Apache. Nope. PHP. I never remember what the module names are for Apache. Let's do a quick Google. So they call it a LAMP install. which is Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. We don't worried about the MySQL part, just the Apache and PHP part. So we've already done the We've already done the Apache part, so we're going to go all the way down to installing PHP. And it should be just.
Is your password up on screen right now?
No.
Okay. No, that's his username.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my username. Yeah, KC5HW is my username. But no. Linux command line doesn't show passwords. That's what's cool about it. Yeah, can you put that in chat?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So it's apt install PHP and the lib Apache 2 mod PHP. Oops.
Okay, back to command prompt.
All right, and then restart the Apache service. So system control, restart Apache 2.
Done.
And now refresh that page. Ta-da!
Hey!
Hey, look at that. Username, password.
Yeah, go ahead and
never
log in.
Ooh, that's a lot uglier than the other one.
I know, I changed mine completely.
Yeah. That's a lot uglier than the other one. It doesn't even show everybody's username. It doesn't have translation.
It may take some time.
Okay, if it'll update itself, then fine. It shows Echolink on some people, and then it shows node numbers on everybody else, but it doesn't show people's usernames.
Yeah,
or call signs rather.
So Almond needs time to download the Allstar database, and I think it does it daily.
Okay.
I think it's a timer as a PHP script. If not, we'll have to discover what it is.
We'll let it sit. Yeah, we can monitor that and circle back to it if we need to.
Sure.
I would still like to. I think I still like Supermon better, but I can do some research on how to get Supermon installed on ASL if that's a thing. And if not, this is fine. This gives me the information I want. I don't need it to be all pretty and whatnot. I just want to see who's connected. And there's a lot of people connected right now. There's it doesn't have a total down there, but there's a lot of people connected right now. So okay.
Well, let's check and see if it updates when somebody talks.
Okay.
Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Whiskey Victor testing. Perfect.
It comes up. It highlights you at the top.
Yeah.
And it's working, and you sound good. So yeah.
Oh, I sound great.
Yeah.
Look great, sound great. I'm doing great. Hey, there's Ed.
Yeah, boy. Oh boy, there's Ed. Cool. Oh, there's Echolink right there. Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. This sounds a whole lot better than it did the last time we had this many people connected to the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, you got a lot more processing power with these. Instances on DreamHost.
That was the plan. That was the whole plan right there. So good. Okay. Cool. Well, I think we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish tonight, guys.
Hooray!
So thank you for your help, Steve.
Hey, not a problem.
So if you want to stop sharing your screen, I'll get you guys back on camera real quick.
You don't want to
right.
Yeah. Let's kill that, and go there. Yeah. So perfect. Okay, guys, that's where we're gonna be. So I'm gonna once we close this stream down, I'll be hanging out on Allstar for a little while, and I got some packages I need to put together, but yeah, I could probably do that in the morning. I got some stuff to ship.
Any new coin orders come in for me?
No.
Oh.
No coin orders. No, those Ed Fong antennas have been flying off the shelf. Oh my gosh, it's been flying off the shelf. Mostly the GMRS ones, but Josh did a video about the roll-up dual band, and those have been going pretty well.
I had one of those for the longest time. That's a great antenna.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good antenna. Chris, I did not limit the number of connections. No, I did not. part of the reason I wanted this in a cloud server is so that I didn't have to do that. Now, if it becomes a problem, then sure, we can go back and do that later. But let's try to break it and see what happens. So that's my theory.
I love this.
So,
I love it.
Yeah.
There's going to be one server in DreamHost's data center that's just going to be on fire later.
You know what? It handles. I've been running my Seabridge on that same Dream Compute type server for 4 years, and I've never had. The Seabridge software itself is a little bit buggy. It's not the most stable software in the world. I can usually run it for a couple to 2 to 3 months, and then sometimes it'll start acting kind of quirky. And you just reboot it and it's fine. And it runs on CentOS,
which is out of date.
It is. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is. But the server itself in the data center, I've had zero issues with for the last 4 years with the Seabridge. So I'm pretty confident this is going to work just fine for what we're trying to do with it. So good. Well, once again, Steve, thank you very much for your knowledge tonight. And Kyle and I could have done this, but it would have probably taken 2 or 3 more live streams.
Yeah, well, whenever you get into holding kernels and
right, yeah,
that's above my pay grade.
Exactly, yeah, I'm with you on that one. So it makes sense that the instructions on their website was like, oh, well, you should assume all this other stuff before you start on that. So yeah. I was like, that's typical Linux instructions. Yeah. So,
well, the guys that are maintaining it, Steve Zingman and I believe his brother is also helping him out. But there's also a handful of other people that are working on this. They're super smart guys.
Yeah.
But one of the things, like you said, it's or even, like what I was saying, you got to really read between the lines,
right,
to some of the documentation.
Correct.
And, I hate writing documentation. So,
yeah,
but I can give you all the stuff that we came across, copy and pasted, or I can email it to you or whatever. And
yes, please do.
Come up with a set of instructions.
That's great.
This is how we got it working on DreamHost.
Yeah.
And then I can do one that says, this is how I did it on another, cloud hosting provider. Wow,
right.
Look at that.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that insane?
Wow.
That is amazing.
There's a bunch of nodes not in databases in there too. So those are all the Echolink connections. Yeah, that's insane. So that's fun. That's really fun. And it sounds good. Y'all aren't talking much, and that's okay. But every time someone keys up, it sounds really good. So, Frank. Now there's Richard. Frank.
Yes, sir.
Need an Allstar node, bud.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. I can connect via Echolink, but
yeah, you can connect via Echolink.
But what's the fun in that?
So I am just so everyone knows. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream I'm going to Arkansas on Wednesday for the what's it called? Rendezvous in the Ozarks overland adventure. I'm taking my Sherry node. I usually take my Sherry node on road trips. I'll be plugging it into the truck, and I will be monitoring that. Definitely while I'm driving to and from. While I'm there, I'll probably have it running, but I don't know exactly what my schedule is going to be when I get there. So
Jason, is that in Ozark National Forest or is it in Hot Springs National Park?
It's in Ozark National Forest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's in Ozark National Forest. And on another note, Kyle, you and I had talked about this a couple weeks ago. So I've been getting pictures from several people I know at the Overland Expo East this weekend.
Yeah.
We have to put that on our calendar for next year.
I'm going next year.
That was an awesome show last year when I was there. And I went to the one in Colorado this year, and it was good, but the one in Virginia is better. Or at least, that's where I met Hank Strange the first time. I met 2 or 3 guys. I met a guy named Wes, and I don't remember Wes's call sign, but he had seen my show, or maybe he knew a friend had seen my show or something. Well, 6 months later, after the Overland show, I get a text from Wes. I traded phone numbers with him because he acted interested in ham radio. 6 months later, I get a text from him, hey, I just got my call sign. He's got an Ed Fong antenna. He's got this set up and he's putting in his van. He's getting really into it. So I'm like, man, this is awesome. So we're getting ham radio. Ham radio's invading the Overland show out there. So it's we need to put that on the calendar for next year.
It's on my calendar. I'm going. So we'll just need to make plans.
Good. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Goodbye porn bots.
4 of them tonight.
I know it. Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn that thing on where it says you have to be a member of the channel for more than 20 minutes before you can type and chat.
A member or a subscriber?
A subscriber.
Okay.
You have to be not a member. Well, you could turn membership only on chat.
Yeah,
no, I don't want to do that.
I don't like those.
I don't want to do that.
I appreciate all my members, but
I've done live streams for just the members before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Pat, it's somewhere outside of I think it's called Arrington. I used to call it Arlington incorrectly. Arrington, Virginia. It's not so far from DC. I don't think it's real far from DC. But we drove there from Huntsville last year. I flew into Huntsville and rode out there with the Gigaparts guys, and they drove, and I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. So I was talking on the HF radio, actually. So cool. Well, once again, Steve, thank you. Got it. Good info. Good job with everything. Y'all feel free to join the hub, and we'll do an after chat. I'll be on here for the next 20 to 30 minutes, probably, just kind of chatting away with you guys. And hope to see everybody out there. And if you're near the Ozark National Forest in Arkansas next weekend, come on by. Look for the big hex beam. Hopefully I'll have room to set it up. But if not, I'll probably be monitoring 6.52 as well. So it'd be a good thing there. But you guys got anything before we leave?
Monday Night Ham Radio. Putting the list together. And
okay.
Right now it's you and T.O. And I think that's about it.
I haven't finished editing my video. That's probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning. So
sounds good.
I've got 3 or 4 videos in the pipe that I need to get edited and get put up. But
I got one coming up on next Monday. I'll be on the cruise, so I won't be in the chat. But I think I just need to get the thumbnail done. Okay. I uploaded it and everything. Yeah, it doesn't have a good thumbnail.
Cool. Yeah. Well. We'll get through it. So, repeater ID is coming through ASL. Yeah, I don't think it should do that. Repeater ID. Oh, that's my. Well, that could be somebody else, I guess.
Yeah,
I think there's a way.
Somebody else's system that's misconfigured.
Yeah, it could be. My Sherry node CW IDs, but it's not supposed to transmit through the network, so I don't know. There may be some
ham VoIP on that, right?
Yes.
It should be set the right way then.
Okay.
Because I'm running ham VoIP as well. I get the local telemetry. I get my call sign via phonetics rather than Morse. So
yeah. I mine does it differently. When you first key it up, it says at the top of the hour it says my call sign. Mm-hmm. When you first boot it, it says my call sign. But every 10 minutes when you're using it, it does CWID. So there might be some tweaks we need to do, guys. If y'all see a problem with the system, please do reach out. We will be happy to fix that. So cool. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining tonight. We went a little bit long, but that's okay. Had a great time, and I hope to hear you guys on Allstar this week. So everyone, 73 to all. Everybody,
73.
Later.